by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I'll fight. Damn right. Even when I've left, I do right by you.
Welcome back to the Professional Stepdad Show. I am your host, Franco Zavala. Thank you very much for joining me. This is episode 109 of the show. It's been a little bit, I've been making episodes a little bit spread out, mainly because of the office getting finished and doing a couple new things to expand the awareness of the show. So please be patient. I promise to put out more shows more frequently, probably every Thursday and Saturday here pretty quick, and it's just going to be a consistent thing all the way to 500 episodes. Once again, if you have not, please like, subscribe, share the show, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud. Check out the website, professionalstepdad.com. This is where you can send in questions, concerns, ideas. If you just need somebody to vent to or chat with, I'm right here. So with that being said, today's episode is going to be a Q&A where I'm going to be answering one question and one question only. It's going to be quick, simple, but it's also going to be a little bit, it's going to be full of some great information. So this message is for Aaron. Now, I'm not going to say Aaron's last name on here only because I want this video to not only be sent to Aaron and focused on Aaron and the question that he has, but it's going to apply for stepdads, period, right? So, and Aaron's question is not out there. It's not crazy. It's not over the top. It's not anything that we haven't all been through already or that we're not currently going through. Now, Aaron is a stepdad, and I want to make sure that I get the amount of kids right. Yeah. Okay. So Aaron is a stepdad, and he's with somebody who has 4 children. And Aaron's question to me is really focused. It's really focused on, hey, I know I have to work on me. I know I have to be better for myself, but I'm nervous because there are 4 kids. There's this woman that I'm fallen in love with, and I want to make sure that I'm being safe, meaning he doesn't want to hurt and break anybody's heart. He wants to make sure that he's approaching this the right way. And instead of being like a lot of the vast majority of stepdads who go into our journey, we start our journey where we think we can handle it, we can do it, we don't need help, we want to show them that we're strong and confident and they can depend on us. And so we don't want to show that we have any sort of flaws, that we're scared in any way, like we can handle no matter what comes our way. But here's the problem. That's not the case for any of us. We all actively need to seek out ways to be better. We all actively need to seek out advice. But when we're seeking out advice, and Aaron, this is for you specifically, because you asked me about Facebook groups. When we're seeking out advice, make sure you're seeking out advice from individuals who have put in the work first. Does that mean that they have been a step parent for 5+ years or 10+ years, and that makes them qualified to give you the advice? No. Now, listening to their stories and possibly doing a little bit what they say, but probably mostly what they don't say, is what you're going to get out of Facebook groups. Now, you need to make sure that when you're taking the advice from an individual that they did the first step, Aaron. And your first step is big, man. You're working on yourself. You decided to start journaling, and based out of the things that you're going to talk about, this is where you're going to find your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your new routines, habits, standards that you're going to set for yourself, because you're taking the time out to work on Aaron. You're taking the time out to better Aaron. And that is so huge. Now, your partner and the kids, these are things they will never see. Your family members and friends who tell you you're crazy for being there, these are things that they will never see or understand. But this is what is best for you. Working on yourself first, doing the self-work, figuring out why you act, react, respond certain ways during certain things that are based off of your childhood and the way you're raised, and wanting to be a better man. And so you don't, put the kids through any situation that you had when you were younger because it didn't benefit you. Doing this and seeking out this guidance and information from yourself first is huge, man. So I wanted to applaud you, Aaron, because I know that you're worried. I know that you're scared. I know that you're timid. I know that you're afraid that you might hurt somebody's feelings or break somebody's heart, or maybe you're going to be afraid to take a certain step or to go all in because you really don't want to be the person to break anyone's heart or to hurt anyone's feelings or to let anyone down. Well, let me just tell you, man, you got a hold of me. You're seeking out information. You are wanting to be better, and you are actively taking steps to do so, man. And I know you're afraid, and I know you're new at this, man, but just let me tell you, you are light years ahead of most stepdads. And I wanted to applaud you for that, man. You were light year ahead of most stepdads, because most stepdads don't ever get to this point where they look within first before they decide to fix everything that's outside. And you're doing that. Great book to read. 5 love languages. And the reason why is because you and your partner need to figure out what your love languages are, because that is what is going to open up the lines of communication. Then once you're done with that book and you can identify your love language and you can identify your secondary love language, then you're going to go read the 5 love languages for children. And the reason you're going to do that is because you want to learn how to properly communicate, not only with your kids, but remember, kids are going to grow and go through different stages in their life, right? They're going to go to a part, they're going to be in a part where they feel like they always want to be around you, to they kind of want to be by themselves, to where they might even go to the dark side of the moon, is what my dad called it. And then they'll eventually make it back. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you properly identify that love language, because as they grow and as they get bigger, as long as you are actively figuring out ways to communicate with them based off of their love language, you're going to be all right. Does that mean it's going to be smooth sailing? No. Does that mean it's going to be easy all the time? Absolutely not. But it will be beneficial to you to learn how to communicate with them properly. So when they do go through those tough times, they actually feel like you're listening to them and that you're not just hearing them. That makes sense. So Aaron, I'm so happy and grateful that you stumbled upon the podcast. Your question, it holds so much value, man. And again, I know you're afraid, I know you're scared, and I know that you want to do the best. You want to be the very best that you could possibly be for the kids and for this woman that you love and for yourself. So you're doing everything right already. Don't be afraid. You're there for a reason. You're seeking out information, and something has opened your eyes at this juncture and this point of your journey, which is early. And like I said before, let me just tell you how far ahead of other stepdads that you are, because you are already seeking out information and ways to be better. And that means that you're making your peace with shit. I gotta get to know who I am, because guess what? My childhood was fucked up. And if I treat my kids and I try to raise my children the way I was raised and in the manner in which I was raised, it's not gonna work. It's just it's a different world. Now, there are still foundations and of standards and values that you must hold for yourself: respect, accountability, stuff like that. So make sure that you go all in on that, Aaron. So again, like I said, I am so happy and grateful that you found the show, but I'm also happy and grateful that you are aware that you are wanting to be the very best stepdad, leader, and mentor, father, person that you can be. And you're already doing the right things, man, which is the reason why I put your question ahead of all the other questions, because I wanted to show everyone, Aaron, that it doesn't matter where you are in your journey. Getting to the point where you have self-awareness to know that you need to work on your flaws and your faults to make yourself better first, before you go to the kids, before you go to your partner, working on yourself first is the first step. Doesn't matter how much advice you get from somebody that's been a step parent for 10, 15, 20 years. That does not matter, because if you can't fix the things that you don't like about you to make you a better leader in person, then no matter what they say, it's never going to be applicable to your journey, because you will always default to the way you handle things and the way you respond and react to things. And then you're going to find yourself chasing your tail, and you're not going to get very far. So, Aaron, take a deep breath. Understand that you're doing the right thing, man. You're going to be on the show with me one day, and we're going to be talking about how you decided to do this first, to work on yourself first. And it helped prepare you for everything else that's going to come, man. Because I can tell you right now, I know you're protective, and I know you want to make sure that you do the right thing by everyone. But make no mistake about this, you can't do the right thing by everyone until you do the right thing by you. So work on you first. Okay? Again, great job, Aaron. All right, guys, episode 109, Professional Stepdad Show. Once again, if you have not, please like, subscribe, share the show, comment, hit that notification button, share with somebody. I don't know. The algorithm on YouTube changes so much. This is just for videos. If you're listening, thank you very much for listening on all the platforms. Share, like, comment with your friends and family. But more important, tag a stepdad that needs to hear some of this shit. And go to the website, theprofessionalstepdad.com. Ask a question. Let me know what you think. You want to be a guest on the show? Shoot me a message. Let's talk about your journey. Here's the bottom line. This platform will only go as big as the amount of dads that buy into the fact that you need to work on you first, then you work on you and your partner and that teamwork, and then you work on the kids. That's the method, and that's the process that you have to follow. And does that mean that you can't be successful by doing it the opposite way? No. I mean, there are probably different ways that I have never even thought of yet. And I'm humble enough in my ways and my journey to know that I do not know everything, but I do know this. I do know that I had one hell of a journey to get here. And I'm so happy, grateful, and thankful that I worked on myself first, because it really helped prepare me for everything that came after that. And that's why I'm able to sit here and talk to you after 12 years of being a stepdad and say, hey, you're doing it. You're killing it. I'm proud of you. Go back to the beginning. Let's work on you first. All right, guys, until next time, be well.
I go to war, I fight.
Damn right.
Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything. Your blue sky.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.